So something quite a few people ask me about is, as a student who is in London, how the hell do I afford to go and see the theatre shows that I do? Because living in London is expensive. Being a student means you're poor. Put them together and it's not a good combination. But I still managed to see quite a lot of shows while living here. I mean, I've seen The Great Gatsby 15 times. Let's move on from that very swiftly. I've seen The Book of Mormon 2 times, going on 3. Seen 2 shows so far in 2018 and I have 4 more booked, and that's just in January, February. So it's an expensive hobby. I found a way to not make it an expensive hobby. So I thought I would share some top tips on going to see theatre shows at a cheaper price. So first of all, and this is kind of more ideal if you live near London or in London, don't book until the last minute. It's cheaper. I honestly don't really book shows that far in advance. Like, I think normally the most advance I book it is like 3 days. A lot of the time I will just book on the day and I'll use TodayTix, which is an app where you can go on there and get last minute tickets, or you can book up to a month in advance. Lotteries you can enter to try and win cheap tickets, like front row for £20, or there are rush tickets, which is how I get to see Gatsby so many times. So it's £20 rush tickets a lot of the time, and they're released at like 10 AM and there's a certain amount and you basically rush to get some tickets for £20. As well as that, you can just go into a theatre and ask them. Thursday I went into the Duchess Theatre where the play that goes wrong is, and I said, look, have you got any cheap tickets for tonight's performance? And this was like 5:30. And he said, oh well, I've got a ticket here in the stalls, it's normally £46, I'll give it to you for £20. I was like, yep, that's brilliant. And so I bought that ticket just there and then on the spot. So you can just go into theatres and ask before the show. The worst they can do is say no, we haven't got any, or they can give you an expensive ticket, and even then you don't have to go through with it. That's the worst that can happen. And if you do need to book in advance, I would say do not just book from the theatre's website direct. So if you wanted to go see, I don't know, Wicked, don't just book it from Wicked's website. I'd shop around. The Theatre Cafe sell quite good and cheap tickets. You've got London Theatre Direct, you've got Love Theatre, you've got lastminute.com, TodayTix app, you've got the tickets booth in Leicester Square, Amazon tickets. There are so many options. Do not just book from Theatre Direct. Definitely shop around and then go for the cheapest option, which is what I tend to do quite a lot. And one other thing you can do is look for return tickets. Call the theatre up or go to the theatre and say, look, are there any returned tickets going cheap? If there are, you can get them that way. If not, just keep ringing them up and keep checking. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, I check their website every single day for return tickets to see if there's anything within my price range, and one day, you never know, there might be something up there. I've seen them in the past where there have been tickets in my price range and I was an idiot and didn't buy them, so I've learned from my mistake. Get cheap return tickets whilst they're there. And lotteries are your best friend. They're my best friend. There are online lotteries for the Theatre Direct, so there's the Book of Mormon lottery online, Aladdin has a lottery online, and there are lots of lotteries on the TodayTix app, as I've mentioned, so everybody's talking about Jamie, Kinky Boots, School of Rock, but there's a lot of lotteries on there where if you enter it, you can get, I think, front row seats for £20, which is really good, which is how I've got to see the Book of Mormon twice, going on 3 times. I've never actually bought a Book of Mormon ticket that wasn't won through the lottery. And there are some lotteries in person as well, like Book of Mormon lottery. It opens 2 hours before the show, so the 7:30 show, the lottery is drawn at 5:30, so you get there about 5 o'clock and enter it, and if your name is pulled out, you win a ticket that way. And I don't know if that's the only theatre that does it in person. I know Aladdin used to, I don't know if they still do, but they are your best friends. So they are my tips for getting cheaper tickets for West End shows in London. I hope this was somewhat informative. It helps me go to see lots of shows, so hopefully it helps you as well. I still don't know how to end videos, so this is great. Bye.